This week, something different on our show.
With the release of the Indie Sex Survey and the new H-Bomb, OHT jumps on the sex bandwagon.
So we hope you enjoy Derek Does Dunster.
I made that for you.
Well, my film class loved it.
Classes can wait.
You're on Harvard time.
Breaking news from last Friday. Dunster Street, apparently wanting to celebrate the end of classes, exploded early in the morning, shutting down most of the square.
Holy flaming manholes, Derek man!
Still no word on the exact cause of the fire, because it's not like that information's too important. But in the end, it wasn't N-Star Electric Company that had it the worst.
We have a flaming underground fire right in Harvard Square. This is Mass Ave and Dunster Street right here.
Oh, Dunster. And the same week that your goat carcass wandered off to Elliott House and the police blamed it on you. Apparently it can get worse.
Moving on, this is our last episode of the year, and sadly that means correspondent Harrison Greenbaum will be graduating and moving on to the real world. Here he is to reflect on his time at Harvard.
Thanks, Derek. I've learned a lot over my last 4 years, so I thought the best thing to do in my final episode is to give the young ones some guidance. So here are 10 lessons to help you guys out. 1. Saying you're open to minorities might work for Harvard, but it never works as a pickup line. 2. It is extremely awkward to show up to the Leverett 80s dance dressed as a pilgrim and say, 1980s? You should be more specific with your advertising. 3. Always check that pre-frosh are 18. 4. In section, if you try to show up that guy, then you become that guy. 5. Do psych studies because they're easy money. Do psych girls because they're easy. 6. Smell it first. 7. Not having classes on Friday will not make you a better student, but it will make you a better procrastinator. 8. 1 cup of coffee means more attention in class. 2 cups of coffee means staying up a little later to help finish your paper. 47 cups of coffee means your pee will smell like coffee. True story. 9. When you're drunk, crab rangoon from the Kong sounds delicious. When you're sober, you realize that last night you ate a pint of fried cream cheese and crab. And finally, 10. If there isn't anything appetizing in the dining hall, here's a simple recipe. Take 2 pieces of bread, some salami, some lettuce, then throw them out and walk over to Pinocchio's. So guys, here's to looking like movie stars, partying like rock stars, and fucking like porn stars. Derek?
Well, thanks so much, Harrison. We're really gonna miss you.
Aw, that's really nice. I'm graduating, bitches!
Well, we're not. So as summer approaches, many students are scrambling to find jobs. In this economy, that can prove difficult, since jobs at Bear Stearns and as the New York governor's special assistant are unfortunately no longer available.
Holy flaming manholes, Alex Woolman!
No, JP, you're thinking of the former New Jersey governor.
Oh, right. Not gay.
But have no fear. OHT's other graduating senior, Diana Wan, is here to tell you how to land a last-minute job.
The best way to get a job is through a personal connection. It's great if your family can get a hold of the leader at a prestigious company, but it's even better if you could get a hold of their family. A good resume is important, but with a little bit of expertise and Asian DNA, you can get the best resume item of all, already being in their personnel files. As a bonus, it's good to know your interviewer's name, but it's great to know their criminal record. Good looks are important, to be sure, but confidence is a key to a great first impression. Pure, uncut Nicaraguan confidence. I know a guy. But remember, no matter how many times you get rejected, no matter how desperate you get, it is never okay to cry during the interview. Especially when they're filming it. And especially if they have a YouTube account.
for the final time. I'm Diana Wan for In Harvard Time. I'm graduating, bitches!
The end of the year also means it's house formal season, the semi-annual excuse to drunkenly grind on people while wearing tuxedos and evening gowns. OHT correspondent and Courier Hoko chair Frances Martel is preparing for the dance. Let's check in with her now. Frances?
Thanks, Alex. Things are getting down to the wire here, and, What? What does Diddy want? Where the hell am I supposed to find a Mexican midget who's willing to pleasure him with a 4-iron? Tell him he'll get a tall Dominican with a sandwich and like it. Sorry, Alex. What was your question?
I was just about to
What?
ask...
Why the hell would the mime need a microphone? Damn French.
Frances, isn't all this extravagance a little ridiculous?
Oh, I don't think so, Alex. It's what Harvard students have come to No! Tell her the wildebeest stampede is supposed to come in about halfway through the evening, whenever she senses a lull.
Okay, this is hopeless. Moving on to this week's Rock and Rolling.
To all our departing seniors, some words of wisdom from Albus Dumbledore. To the well-prepared mind, death is just the next great adventure. And to the well-connected graduate, finding a finance job in this economy is just the next great slip through the back door.
Holy flaming manholes, Derek, man. Yeah! Got it right that time! Utility belts.
Yes, you did, JP. Yes, you did. Finally, for those seniors who haven't yet completed the 3 tasks required of every Harvard student, here's a handy tutorial from Nelson Greaves.
Travel time, travel time, travel time with Nelson Greaves.
Hello, I'm Nelson Greaves, and welcome to another installment of Travel Time. Today, we take a tour of the 3 Harvard traditions. Before students graduate, they must pee on John Harvard's foot, have sex in Widener Library, and streak through Primal Scream. While most students have 4 years to accomplish these goals, I will attempt to do it in under 1 hour. First up, peeing on John Harvard's foot. A tradition that dates back to 1636, when John Harvard peed on his own foot. Time starts now. Est-ce que vous pouvez m'aider? This is simple. It's just like taking candy from a baby and then peeing on him. Here for tradition number 2. Now to find someone to consummate this tradition. Excuse me. Do you like the way I look?
I love it.
You love it. What are you doing right now?
I'm late for
You're
a speech.
Going into the library with me. Nelson from section. Remember last week I flirted with you? Yeah, did you see us going anywhere, into the library right now? Hey, Jody Nelson, remember that one time you told me you did that one thing with the guy? Really? Herpes? I didn't know they could even grow there. You know what, never mind. What's your name?
Samantha Perfect.
Samantha, oh. Do you, want to come on camera?
No, you're a bad boy.
Ooh, I better get going. That was rhythmic. 1 tradition left, and not a minute to lose. On your marks, get set. I failed to mention another Harvard tradition, which is that of ad boarding, which is a process by which when somebody gets...
Mr. Greaves, we're ready for you.
I have to go now. For travel time, I'm Nelson Greaves.
Thanks, Nelson. And to all our viewers, thanks for joining us this year. Have a great summer.
And here's a moment that could happen only at Harvard.
Jessica! Asa! John!